Monday morning. Inbox opens. Mandatory overtime. Again. No discussion, no freedom, just more of your life traded for a paycheck. And right there, for half a second, you think, what if I could just walk away? Not quit in anger, but walk away because you don't need the money anymore. No alarm clocks, no approvals, no boss controlling your time. Just freedom. So you check your bank account, then your retirement savings, and suddenly, that dream feels very far away. Because deep down, you're asking a question you've been avoiding. Am I actually gonna have enough? Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Most people don't just have the wrong number. They don't have a number at all. No plan, no target, no clue. Just a vague hope that somehow, someday, it'll work out. But it won't. Because retirement isn't something you guess into, it's something you calculate. And today, you're finally going to see your real number.
My name is Luis, and I spend way too much time thinking about retirement math, savings psychology, and why so many hard-working people end up completely unprepared for the one financial milestone that actually matters most. If you're someone who's looked at your 401k balance and genuinely wondered whether you're behind, ahead, or just completely lost, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. All right, let's get into it. How much you need to retire comfortably.
Here's the thing. When most people Google, how much do I need to retire, they get one answer, $1 million, maybe $2 million. And then they either panic because that feels impossible, or they shrug because that feels so far away it doesn't even register. Both reactions are negative. And here's why. The problem with throwing out a single number, 1 million, 2 million, whatever, is that it completely ignores your life, your expenses, your lifestyle. Where do you live? Whether you have a mortgage, whether you want to travel or just sit on a porch somewhere with a good book. Retirement math is personal, and until we make it personal, it's useless. So let me introduce you to the framework that actually works. It's called the 4% rule, and it comes from something called the Trinity Study, a landmark piece of research from 1998 that's been updated and validated multiple times since. Here's how it works. The 4% rule says that if you withdraw 4% of your retirement portfolio in year one, and then adjust for inflation each year after that, your money has a historically high probability of lasting at least 30 years. So your retirement number is simple to calculate. Your annual expenses multiplied by 25. That's it. If you need $50,000 a year to live comfortably, your retirement target is $1.25 million. If you need $80,000 a year, you're looking at $2 million. If you live on $40,000 a year, you only need $1 million. Now, you might be thinking, Louis, that still sounds like a lot. And look, I hear you. But here's what most people don't realize. The number is actually more reachable than it looks, if you start at the right time. And that's exactly where age comes in.
Let's break this down by age, because this is where most financial content fails people. They give you the destination without the map. So let me give you the map. I'm going to use a common benchmark that financial institutions like Fidelity use, and I want you to treat these as guardrails, not gospel. They're starting points, not sentences. In your 20s, specifically by age 30, Fidelity suggests you should have roughly 1x your annual salary saved. So if you earn $50,000 a year, you should be aiming for around $50,000 in your retirement accounts by 30. Now I know what you're thinking. Louis, I'm 28 and I have $4,000 in my 401k and $12,000 in student loans. This sounds like a joke. And look, I get it. The 20s are financially brutal. But here's the thing. At this stage, the most powerful tool you have isn't money, it's time. Let me show you a number that should change how you feel about every dollar you save right now. A single $5,000 investment at age 25, left completely untouched, growing at a 7% average annual return, turns into roughly $74,000 by age 65. One contribution, That's the magic of compound interest. Einstein reportedly called it the eighth wonder of the world, and honestly, he wasn't wrong. By age 35, the benchmark is 2x your salary. So if you're earning $60,000, you want around $120,000 saved. This is also the decade where people start getting serious. Mortgages, kids, real income. And this is where I see a lot of people make the classic mistake of pausing retirement contributions to handle life expenses. That pause is way more expensive than it looks. Every year you pause in your mid-30s is potentially tens of thousands of dollars in compounding that you never get back. By age 40, you want 3x your salary. It's $70,000 income, that's $210,000. This is the reality check decade. If you're behind here, it's not the end of the world, but the math starts getting more tighter. You need to be more intentional. By age 45, 4x your salary. This is where the psychological pressure really starts building. You can see retirement on the horizon. It's not some abstract concept anymore. It's maybe 20 years away. And 20 years sounds like a lot until you realize your kids might still be in college, your mortgage might not be paid off, and your peak earning years are right now. By age 50, 6x your salary. And here's the good news. At 50, the IRS actually lets you make catch-up contributions to your 401k. As of 2024, you can contribute an extra $7,500 per year on top of the standard limit. That's a real lever you can pull. By 55, 7x. By 60, 8x. And by 65, 10x your final salary. So if you're earning $80,000 at retirement, you want $800,000 in the bank. Combined with Social Security, which averages around $1,900 a month for most retirees, that creates a genuinely comfortable retirement.
This is where it gets really interesting, because we've been talking about math, and math is important, but math is not why people fail at retirement planning. Here's the real reason. Retirement doesn't feel real until it is. There's a concept in behavioral economics called present bias, our tendency to overvalue immediate rewards and undervalue future ones. It's literally wired into how our brains work. Your brain treats future you almost like a stranger, not you, some person you've never met who lives 30 years from now. And why would you sacrifice for a stranger? This is why people know they should max out their 401k and somehow still don't. It's not stupidity, it's neuroscience. Here's the analogy I want you to sit with. Imagine you were putting money away in a savings account, not for retirement, but for a vacation you were taking in 6 months. Hawaii. You've booked the flights, you've picked the hotel, you can see it. Suddenly, saving $400 a month feels very doable, right? Because the goal is concrete and close. Retirement is in Hawaii. You just can't see it yet. And the trick, the actual psychological hack, is to make it visible. Open your retirement account app right now and change the name of your 401k to My Freedom Fund or Never Work Mondays Again. Sounds small, research suggests it actually changes saving behavior. The second psychological trap is what I call the "I'll start when I make more money" lie. I hear this constantly, and look, I understand the logic, but here's the data. Studies show that people who earn more money almost always spend more money at the same rate. It's called lifestyle inflation. A raise doesn't automatically turn into savings unless you make an intentional decision before the money hits your account. The people who retire comfortably aren't always the highest earners. They're the most consistent savers. Consistency beats intensity every single time.
All right, let's make this actionable, because information without action is just entertainment. Step 1. Calculate your actual number. Add up your monthly expenses. Rent or mortgage, food, utilities, transportation, fund money, everything. Multiply by 12. That's your annual spend. Now multiply that by 25. That's your personal retirement target. Write it down. Put it somewhere you'll see it. Step 2. Figure out where you are right now. Log into every retirement account you have. 401k, IRA, Roth IRA, all of it. Add up the total. Now divide that by your current salary. That's your multiple. Compare it to the benchmarks I gave you. Are you ahead? Behind?
Don't judge it, just know it. You can't navigate if you don't know your starting point. Step 3. Increase your contributions by just 1%. 1%. Most people don't even notice it in their paycheck because it comes out before taxes. If you earn $60,000, 1% extra is $50 a month. But over 30 years at 7% returns, that $50 a month adds up to over $60,000 extra at retirement. 1%. Step 4. Get your employer match. Every single dollar of it. This one blows my mind. Vanguard research found that roughly 1 in 4 workers are not capturing their full employer match. That is a 50 to 100% guaranteed instant return on your money that you're leaving on the table. If your employer matches up to 4% and you're only contributing 2%, you're literally turning down free money. Stop doing that. Step 5. Automate it. Set up automatic increases to your contribution rate, even 1% per year automatically. Most 401k plans have this feature, and almost nobody uses it. Set it once, forget it, and let compounding do its job.
Look, here's the thing about retirement. It's not about being rich. It's about being free. It's about waking up one day and choosing how you spend your time, not because a paycheck is forcing your hand, but because you built something solid while everyone else was winging it. And I know some of you watching this feel behind, maybe significantly behind, and I want to say something directly to you. The worst thing you can do right now is nothing, because every month that passes without action is genuinely expensive. But every month you do act, even imperfectly, even with small steps, is a month that compounds in your favor. The people who retire comfortably are not financial geniuses. They're people who started somewhere, stayed consistent, and refused to ignore the math. You now have the math. You now have the benchmarks. You have the steps. The only thing left is the decision. So make it. If this video helped you see your retirement picture more clearly, hit that like button. It genuinely helps this content reach people who need it. Subscribe if you want more honest, no-nonsense breakdowns of the money decisions that actually matter. And drop a comment below. Tell me your age and where you are relative to these benchmarks. I read every single one. I'll see you in the next one.